Right.
Hi.
Welcome to HAPA TV, the Inspire series. And today we have a very special guest for our very first series of A Woman's Gotta Have It. And this lady that our special guest tonight is none other but Sherlyn Koh-Shum. She's a very dear friend. I've known her for quite a while. And she's always known as a person who is she's gorgeous. She's amazing. She's a great personality. She's a dancer. And what else can I talk about her? She's sweet. She's like everything that a woman needs. You know, she's got everything. And one day when I came across her Facebook, and it really gave me a great shock when I saw her posting, still looking beautiful in black and white with a cap and with a message to say that she is going through cancer. And I also know her husband, Andre Sham, very well. And the first thing that really hit me was, you know, pain, fear, worry, and everything that surrounds that true negative feelings and negative emotions for her, and feeling worried for her and wondering, oh my God, how can of all people, why does it have to happen to Sherlyn? So I have been persuading Sherlyn to come on our show and say, look, you've been so courageous. I'm so inspired by you. You've been looking gorgeous and beautiful, and not a single post of Sherlyn has shown anything at all indicating she's going through cancer. So she's such a strong woman, and I said, you know what? A lot of us out here, a lot of people out there would really love to hear from you. And she kindly said, "Okay, Jen." She said, "Let's do it. Let's just get on the show and let's share my story." So that's why we have Sherlyn here tonight, and I wanted her to be my very first guest for this women series. And so thank you so much, Sherlyn, for coming, for making time to join us for the show.
Hi.
Hi, Sherlyn.
This is my
So
first
how have you
time.
been? How have you been?
I,
I've seen you
um,
since SEO, so how have you been?
yeah, I'm catching quite well. I'm handling myself very well.
Right.
I'm still working very hard on boosting my immune system and make sure that nothing come and harm me again. So okay, I saw so many friends joining us today. Actually, I have
Yeah.
many students of mine. I
Oh,
told them
really?
that
Okay.
I will be on live because I want to thank them for taking care of me, showing me so much love during my journey. They are like my mother and my sisters. It's like
Right.
amazing. Yeah.
Yeah, that's really good. That's why, I'm like so excited to hear the entire story. But let's just, rewind back to the time where you were diagnosed. And I understand that you found out about your cancer during Chinese New Year in 2019. Um,
hmm
how did you discover it? When did you discover it? And what made you go and see a doctor?
Okay, so usually I will do on my own checking on my own cell alarm, see check whether my breast is any extra lump growing there because my mother is also a breast cancer um, patient. So our family have quite a little bit of history on that. So we are quite aware. So we'll be doing like cell checking from here and there. So last year, in the beginning of last year, January, so I kind of discovered a lump growing on my right breast. So I was thinking that my lump is my breast is kind of lumpy all the time. So I kind of thought that it's probably my my menstruation coming, and my lump will grow bigger. So I was annoyed for a while until like in January during Chinese New Year, and I kind of felt the pain a little bit. It's like a little bit swollen. So
Right.
I feel it's not right. So I kind of guess it could be something that unusual. And then during like like something like that. And we went for a holiday trip with my family.
Uh-huh.
So I came back from the trip. So I didn't tell my family about it as well also. And then I came back, tell my husband, I think I need to have a check and get doctor to have a check what's going on. So we went to check, and then the doctor say that, oh, it looks not so good because I have a lymph node growing on my armpit as well, so it could be cancer. So I was like
And that
kind of,
was told to you at the first visit. Just the first visit, you were told that.
yeah, on my first
Oh,
visit. Yes,
okay.
yes.
Right,
So I kind of prepared myself. It might be cancer as well
right,
because
right.
this is very unusual to me.
Mhm.
So when the doctor say that, okay, let's confirm it by doing a biopsy. So we did the biopsy, we did the scan, we did the mammogram, everything, and the result came out quite fast within a
Mhm.
day, like within a
Oh,
few hours.
mhm.
So the doctor told me, oh, unfortunately, it's cancer and it's triple negative.
Oh, oh.
So yeah, so my husband was shocked, and he was like,
Oh, is it? Okay, I
you
think what we really, I think what I personally would like to really know is at that moment, right, Shirley, at that particular moment when the doctors say you have cancer, that immediate moment, what was running in your head? What were your emotions? What did you feel?
oh, I was like, of course, I was worried. I have, I have to know, I was fear that really I'm gonna have cancer, things like that. So, but in the same at the same time, I'm also telling myself, if you really have cancer, you just have to face it, and you have to find a solution for it. Because it's either I'm going to like so scared, and the fear will conquer me and make my body weaker, or I grow stronger and see how I'm going to get back myself to a healthy life again.
Mm,
So so all it's like going through my mind is like find a
mm,
solution how to do it. What's the best solution? What's the best doctor? What's the best medication to go through it?
right.
So and we also talk to my friends who also have breast cancer, and we also talk about like who's the best surgeon in town. Do I need a oncologist in town? But then, yeah, I'm quite lucky that the place I'm staying. I have a nearby hospital around me, so I was like, I would rather go to somewhere which is near, so that it's less stressful for me if I had to go through chemo treatment. So luckily, I have a good doctor around me. So yeah, so she managed to advise me to go for chemotherapy first.
Right.
So I saved my breast actually, you know, because
Right.
in my situation, a lot of women will choose to go for to remove the whole breast altogether at one
Yeah.
time. And
Yeah.
when you are so scared and you're so worried that it might spread out. So I decided to go for the chemotherapy first. So to shrink it to
Right.
smaller size, and then the doctor say when it shrank to 2 centimeter, when I discovered the lump, it was 4 centimeter. So he said, you shrink it to 2 centimeter, maybe we can do a lumpectomy, which is like just remove the lump alone, you
Mm,
know. So so you will just, you still preserve the whole breast with you. So
right,
I said, okay, we'll go for that. So
right,
that's how I started my chemo from then. Yeah.
right. And how soon? How soon from the time you got diagnosed, which was in about Chosei Chopin, right, for fifth day of Chinese New Year last year. It was just last year. How soon after that you went straight for chemo?
Yeah, it takes about 2 weeks to start my chemo because there is a lot of observation we need to make like I had to go through like PET scan, CT scan to make sure it didn't spread to every part of my body. Like we'll check whether it's go to the lung, go to the bone part. So I have gone through a few couple of scan and then wait for the result and then and do like a full body checkup blood test. So when I got the result and the doctor said that okay, it's luckily it didn't spread, it's still contained in the same place. Then after that we will arrange the appointment to go for the chemotherapy. Yeah.
So
So
during that time where from the point of discovery, and then you got diagnosed, and the news breaking to you, and then going through the chemo. During that moment, right? Which part of that process is actually the toughest?
oh, I was so scared of needles. You know, get the needle. I say, oh my goodness, it's going to be, the drip. The they had to go through the drip, so it will put a needle inside me. That is the most scary part. But after that, I learned to be friend with the needle because I had to poke in every drip all the time. I had to, some of the drip like first time I can find a vein is easier. The second time, once we did the first chemotherapy, so basically the chemotherapy will damage your vein, your blood cells as well. So the second time, the nurse had to find another new nerve to poke in there, and they poked me like 5 times. They searched up and down, and it's like it's like quite painful. And then my sister, my brother was there, and then they were like, my even my husband like, oh my god, it's like third time no, fourth time no, fifth time I say, oh my god, it's like, yeah, you also.
Hi, Peyton. Hi, darling. Yeah. So,
Yeah.
so what kind? Where did you get those courage? I mean, babe, you were like, from the time the doctor told you, and you said you were very calm. It was your husband who freaked out more.
Mm-hmm.
And then for the time where the news sunk in, and then the time when you had to go through all the CT scan and the checkup and then the chemo. I'm very sure that emotionally, it was really tough. But how did you go through that? How did you maintain such a strong spirit, such a strong mind?
Well, I guess in my life it's not a smooth sails all the time. I face so many roller coaster ups and downs all the time. Emotionally, physically, and there is a lot of growing space for me to go through all the hardship as well. So when I when I diagnosed cancer, it's during our lowest period of time
Oh,
with my husband, because we are facing so many like financial challenges. Uh, his business just started, you know, and there's so many problems around that time. I think probably that's the reason that contribute to my health,
yeah,
that the cancer will attack you once your immune system is down. So I was like, but during that time, I basically I practice a lot of yoga and
right.
spiritual practice at Ohanajo. This is one of the center that, and now I'm so grateful to them. They give me a lot of support during my whole journey as well. Yeah, I do a lot of meditation,
Were
sound bath.
you doing that though? Were you doing that before you found
Yeah,
out about cancer?
yeah,
Have you always been religious, doing your meditation, doing your
yeah.
yoga? Have you always been doing that?
Yeah, I don't know, during that time, before that half a year, I was more in tune to that. It's like it prepared me to accept this coming. I don't know how it happened. It just accept me to happen. And then I always talk to people. They say that you have to think positively. When you think positively, you act positively, everything will be okay. During that time, and I already like, the voices already teaching me that you got to be strong. You got everything. When you think everything is positive, everything will be better. So I was like, when I have this news, then I kept telling myself, okay, I have to I face it in a very brave way, in a very positive way, and I'm gonna be okay. And also, I got a lot of spiritual guru also talk to me, say you're gonna be okay. The the angels say that you're gonna be okay. You're gonna recover very fast. So with all these voices, and yeah, and then I was just think that, yeah, things gonna be okay. What else I can be loose? It's like what comes down is it's gonna be go up soon. So I just act on it. I just when the chemotherapy is the hardest medication that it's going to be come inside my body, and it's going to destroy the good cell and the bad cell. So I will be, my body will have a lot of side effect that I have to prepare, during that time. So I I was reacted to the chemotherapy very well for the first and the second time, because my lung strength immediately 50%.
Okay.
So which is a good news. Yeah. And then yeah, the doctor advised me to go for 8 chemos. Actually, my chemotherapy, it's like a one dosage. One time it's equals to other people's double dosage, which is
Wow.
very very strong dosage for me. That but because the doctor said my body is so strong and you can take it. So we thought that we want to speed up the process to finish the chemo in a very short and faster way. So I did the chemo like every 2 weeks in a double dosage.
Wow.
And the first one, I'm okay. After the chemo, I was like I felt tired and dizzy for 2 days like that. And then I just drink a lot of like coconut water, which is very good for detoxing. So I always advise people who are doing the treatment during the chemotherapy, drink a lot of coconut juice, because the chemotherapy will make your body so heaty that I will have ulcer all over my mouth. I
Oh,
can't I can't eat like food that with strong taste or especially spicy stuff. I basically it's very hard for me to eat, because it's a lot of ulcer all over my body, my mouth. So basically inside my body it's all ulcer. It's painful everywhere. Yeah. So I had to keep drinking a lot of water, and things that my student always bring, like water or fruit juice for me to drink, and a lot of juices to
right.
heal. Yeah.
Was that, was that your biggest side effect? The ulcer, was that the biggest side effect?
Sorry.
Was that the biggest side effect? The ulcers for
Yeah.
chemo? For chemo, what were the great side effects of chemo for you, other than the ulcers? Were there anything else?
Okay. And then the scary thing is, of course, you drop the hair. That my the second chemo. Yeah. So second chemo, my hair start dropping drastically. It's like patchy. So that's another challenge I had to face, and my family as well. So yeah, I before that, coming to getting have that effect, I actually spoken to some cancer patient student friends, say that what you should do when you're going to shave your hair, you should have some fun. Go to hair salon and ask them to give you a few of hairstyle, short hairstyle, and
Very.
it's like I say, okay, I will try that. So or you can buy some wig, some different hair um hair caps, or or some scarf to wear it. So okay, I was quite prepared to for it already. So on the second chemo, when my hair suddenly dropped like in whole bunch, and it's quite scary. So I told my husband, I say that I want to go to hair salon today. I just want to shave it off. And then my husband was like, are you sure? You don't have to, you don't have to keep your
Right.
hair.
Right.
I say, what's the point of keeping my hair that I'm gonna see, my house full of hair everywhere. It's like a cat. I told them, I say, I don't mind to go for a ball. It's easier. It's going to be very cooling. I went for my hairdresser, and then once she looked at my hair, she said, yeah, cannot really. I think you got to shave it all ball. I say, okay, so just do it, and just shave it off.
Mm.
So, and then when I remember, I asked my husband to accompany me
Mm.
to go to the hair salon. His face is really stressed out more than me. I keep had to console him. It's okay. My hair is going to grow sometimes. Like,
Andre.
not my hair, So I told him, say that, okay, I'm going to cut my hair now. So he is like looking at his phone. He's turning away. He looking at somewhere else. He just dare not to look at me to, he can't accept that I'm going to go bald, now. So, okay. So when she's shaving halfway, I say, hello, can you take a photo of me? I want to show it to my family that, my hair is gone now. So, so he said, okay. Then now he start, filming me and taking some photo of me. And so, yeah. And then my family was like, oh, how is it? Show us your new look, So I just show them. And then it's just like, the next challenge is, how am I going to face my daughter? When I
You didn't
came
know,
back,
you didn't know then. When did
she
she know? So Peyton was what? Peyton was 4 when
was
you
4.5. Yeah.
was 4.5. So
Yeah.
when did you break the news to Peyton?
Mm-hmm.
When did you break the
I
news?
basically didn't tell her that I had cancer because she doesn't understand what's cancer. So I'm
Okay.
just telling her that, mommy is sick,
Right.
so
Yes. So
mommy is sick.
mommy is telling us a story about what she told you. Okay.
So I
Yeah.
say that, now I had to go hospital from time to time. So yeah, so when I came back and then she saw me no hair and then she cried and she was shocked. She asked me to go away. She said, no, yeah. She's like, what? It's like she saw a monster come back. She's like, I think every kid is like that. They all love mommy hair to grow long. So, I was like, oh, so sad that I scare her.
Mhm.
And also, my during that time I was quite emotional that, oh, it's changed. It's like, it's a new chapter of life for me. So she said, mommy, you go and put up something on your hair, and like cover your hair, do something, don't put your scarf.
Right.
I put on my scarf, she's okay. Yeah. So she said, okay, you just leave on your scarf on until you go to sleep. Then every
Okay.
morning you just have to put on your scarf again before you see me. I said, okay. Oh gosh.
When
But
did she know that you have cancer? Did she know that you had cancer then?
she
Did
know
she
I'm
actually know?
she doesn't she know that I'm sick, but I think for her age she doesn't really know what's cancer.
Okay.
Yeah, she doesn't understand what is cancer.
Right. Right.
And I just, we just tell her that I'm sick. Yeah. So she kind of know that because, I will go hospital very often when I come back from chemotherapy,
Mm.
and I'm not supposed to get close to her and my family and my clothes, and I can't share toilets with my family. Everything have to be distancing, social distancing like that. Yeah.
Yeah.
So it will be social distancing for a couple of days. So
Mhm.
before my system uh, is more clear, then we can, we can get come close to me. Yeah.
Okay. How did Andre take it? How did your husband take it? What was going on in him and what was going on? what's going on from the time the
I
news.
guess he's also very worried, you know. He also he tried to find the best solution for me, and then we always discuss what's the best way to do it and what is the best thing to eat, and our life, like it's like, during that time we just started the news restaurant, you know, right, during that
Yeah,
time. So
yeah,
he is like he has so much on his plate during that time, so
mm,
he have to manage so many things by his own self. So being as a partner, with as a life partner, sometimes I didn't want him to worry so much, and I always tell him that I can handle myself. I can take care of myself. You do your job. It's that your career now at the time it needed you the most. So luckily my family, it's amazing because we are quite experienced in handling cancer patients because my mom and my dad, they both die of cancer. So during the healing journey, my sister, my brother, they are all like different type of doctors around. They know
okay.
what to feed my mom, my dad, what to feed and how to clean them, how to change them, how to give them love, positive energy, how to keep them healthy, exercise
Mm,
together with them. So yeah, so my sister from Belgium, she's like kind of the best nurse in in my house. She, as usual, she will drop everything. She will flew back from Belgium to take care of my dad, my mom, and this time it's me. So she's like, so she's like the best um, pillar
mm,
on my journey. Actually, we don't have helper at the time, and she cook for me. She'll do grocery for me. Um, and then my brother, my sister will come up from Penang because we're from Penang. So they'll come they will bring the best things that like the best banana, the best fruits,
Trying
organic
to-
stuff, the organic fish, organic chicken, everything organic. So yeah, so I have so much support from beside my family and also my student. They will cook for me every day. Like the all the organic food for
Right.
me because knowing that I have no one to cook for me at home.
Mm,
So every day I have different students cook different stuff for me and they will bring me juices, the
right.
kangen water. So I think I was overwhelmed with so much love and I get to see friends and my auntie, uncle that, I haven't seen for a long time. They all I became my schedule was quite overwhelmed and very packed and I have visitor every day and I had to schedule them and it's like my healing journey is quite a fun one. It's like I felt like a queen. I felt so loved and it's really like it's the best time of my life actually to receive so much love that I thought that I was not loved before, you know. So it really it's kind of I was reborn again. It's like whole system of my mind, my body, the way I think, the way I live my life, my lifestyle changes.
Mm. How did you change, like, Sherlyn, how did you change your lifestyle? Like, what were you used to do before, and then what is it that you didn't do anymore, and the new things that you did?
Well, last time I used to sleep quite late. I slept late, you
How
know,
late? How late? Late is what? Like what time?
late like midnight. I will watch TV until so late, 2, 3 o'clock, things like that. And I eat a lot of processed food.
Um,
Um, I eat. I'm not a food person, so I usually eat whatever is convenient and whatever is fast.
mm,
And then that's why my family always scold me. It's like you should eat well. You should, I know my sister and my brother are listening. They will be laughing.
they'll be
They
like,
are like they are like my policemen, they're like, you cannot eat this, you cannot eat that. But this time, yeah, I really listen to them. Okay, I don't eat this, I don't eat that. I really choose my food carefully.
What
Um,
do you eat, Sherlyn? What kind of food do you advise other people to eat, and what food that they should totally avoid?
okay, okay. When I went to my Malacca treatment, that's after I stopped. I decided to stop my chemotherapy halfway
Oh,
because
so you didn't complete the chemo.
I
You
didn't
did.
complete the chemo because I felt that my body, the side effect, it's really taking a big toll on me.
Mm,
I felt like I'm losing myself soon. My brain, my memory is gone. Like my my reaction is really slow. My eyesight is come back.
right,
Um, my taste bud is gone. I can't taste any food.
right,
And then once I caught like flu or cough, I cannot recover.
right.
So my skin turned black.
Mm,
And so a lot of things, like I felt like it's not going well now. So I say I don't want to continue any more chemotherapy treatment. So I say I want to opt for something natural.
when
So
did you stop? So you said you needed 8 sessions, right, Janine?
yeah,
So how many sessions after did you stop?
I have like one set of treatment, which is like four chemotherapy. So four chemotherapy, which is like equally to like 8 sets. Yeah. Yeah. Wait, Kaima is there, yes. Can you yeah, mommy's still talking. Yeah. Can you go to the sorry, can you go to the phone and you can see Kaima there? Okay. Yeah. Okay. So so I have like I was like so happened that I saw a friend sending me like sharing a different kind of medication treatment that it's a natural way to cure treatment. So I saw it in the link, YouTube stuff, and then I went to click it on, just the time when I needed the most, and it happened to pop up on my message. So I just click on it, and I found this doctor in Malacca that uses all the different vitamins, high dosage of vitamins
Right,
to boost up your immune system, not killing your cell, but boost up all your cells to fight against cancer. So
right,
I told my husband that I don't want to carry on chemotherapy. I want to opt for this uh, option of medication, more natural way to recover. So
mm,
initially he was against it because he is like he's for always follow the norm of you have to do chemo, and then he saw so many people using alternative method and they didn't survive.
mm.
So he was really uh, he was like very panicked. He was so panicked that he heard that I'm going to stop it. But
Mm,
then I kind of like having my friends, my family supported me, especially my sister just beside me, and she was like going through the research and she studied and she said it looks really good. Why not we give it a shot and just go and visit the doctor and listen to him.
right,
So yeah, so we quickly took a ride and went to Malacca and talked to this doctor, and and everything sounds good to us.
mm,
So that's why we decided to go with the doctor, and he the treatment that he did for me, it's like he will do the detox. He will do a coffee enema detox, and
mhm,
he put me into in like an infra sauna for me to
right,
sweat it out.
mhm,
So and then after all that, he will drip me with the vitamins. It's a lot of different type of vitamins, a whole list of them according to my body needs. And also he taught me how to eat superfood, using food to fight against cancer. What you eat, you can fight cancer. So
right,
I cut down sugar totally, no sugar, because cancer loves sugars, and also flour,
mhm,
and no processed food,
mhm,
and then basically it's these are the three important food that I totally cut down, and then that means I really stuff the cancer cell. You
Right.
know,
So, okay, so the three no-no would be sugar is a big no-no,
yeah,
processed food is a big no-no,
yeah,
and what's the third one?
flour, the
Flour.
flour,
Flour
yeah,
is also a
flour.
big no-no.
No, no, yeah, yeah.
Okay, okay, that's
So these
interesting.
three things, yeah. So I take a lot of like superfood, like like broccoli, cauliflower, turmeric, ginger, um, organic food. Like I go for organic food. Even if it's not organic food, we make sure we clean it and all the pesticide because you don't want any toxic go into your body. Yeah.
Yes, correct. I see.
So yeah, my food is quite bland. So like I've also found out discover how to make your food very interesting. Like I met a couple of cancer patient friends. It's like let's say they feel like eating burger,
Mm,
so they will go and buy like organic chicken, and they will make a mince out of it, and then they will make it like a burger slice, so like fish ball, you sell made homemade, everything homemade from
mm,
scratch,
mm,
pizza, everything. So I was like, food can be quite interesting, like yeah, it's not the normal food, but the food that without taste, you can make it more tasteful, like using a lot of different ingredient like avocado,
mm,
tomato sauce, fresh tomato to make it into tomato sauce.
right.
So I think that helps a lot as well, and also um, water, drinking good water as well.
Right.
Yeah.
Okay. So you were on that diet for how long? And are you still on that diet though? Are you still on that diet?
Now I am on a kind of free myself from eating whatever I want to eat now. But then once in a while, I will still like every now and then I still remind myself that I should go back to my diet again. If I don't eat out, and then when at home, I will still eat healthy.
Right.
I will still practice the routine that I used to.
Mm,
So I things like a lot of cancer patients fear when they have cancer. It's the first thing is the medical bill. It's going to cost you a bomb.
mm,
Yeah. So
mm,
especially for this alternative treatment, the
mm,
insurance doesn't cover. It's
mm,
super expensive, very very expensive. So
right.
I try to find a way what is free,
Mm,
that's free, that you don't have to pay, that to
mm,
heal your body.
mm,
So like for example, like vitamin D, you can get it from the sun. So I sun myself every morning. I went out in the morning. I woke up like 6:30 in the morning. And then also oxygen is free,
mm,
fresh air. six
mm,
thirty I woke up, and I went out for a walk, and luckily our place has a lot of trees and nature. I breathe in the fresh air. It's really, the air that we breathe in is really, it's really amazing. I don't know how to say that feeling. It's like I feel so healing
mm,
after breathing. Just normal breathing exercise that I can do, and then also do some stretching. That's also free, and all dries. And then yeah, sun. And then every morning I will do that,
mm,
and I wake up very early in the morning to do that. and
mm,
and also come back, we will do a lot of juicing, eating all the morning. I will have my red juices,
mm,
all the red color juices, and then in the afternoon I will have my green color juices.
mm,
So, and then in between I eat all the superfood. And yeah, and with all this knowledge that the doctor shared with me, and I really feel really really good. And also I also know another doctor that I taking my vitamins, oral vitamins, which is very affordable at the moment. So I'm following Dr. Raf vitamin protocol.
mm,
So with the advice of Dr. Saraja, and she's in KL, so it's easy for me to access
right.
to my healing journey as well. So she will advise me also what to eat, what to do, and my vitamin is like a is prescription to like individual needs as well. So how much to take, and all that can, I'm doing all this. So then like yeah, I was diagnosed with cancer in January, February, right? And
Right.
by July I already recovered. I went for the PET scan, and it's found not no cancer cell in my body anymore.
Wow. So
Yeah.
okay. So you did your chemo for how long? How many weeks or how many months did you do your chemo?
2 months.
Okay, so you spent 2 months doing chemo.
Yeah.
And how many months did you spend doing the natural healing?
Um, from April to July.
So
Yeah,
in 3 months,
in
you
three
went.
months.
And
Yeah,
but how often did you go to Malacca though? Did you go
I
every week?
went
How often did you go?
um, during my recovery time. It's two every 2 weeks I went.
So
Yeah, every 2 weeks I went. So I
so
went. Yeah.
sorry. So when you no, so when you stopped your chemo and you went for
Mhm.
the natural treatment, uh, you only went once in 2 weeks to Malacca.
Yeah, 2 weeks. So I
And
actually
how long
I
did you
went
stay?
there for 3 times treatments. After
Right.
3 months, I was cleared.
Wow, amazing. 3 rounds. That was it.
Yeah, and also plus the vitamins that I took
Okay.
with
Right.
all this wholesome healing process. The formula that I don't know what I did. I must do something right.
Wow. But
Yeah,
I think it's also the family, right? The family
yeah.
support, the
With the family
love.
support, the love they give it to me, and then I also realized that a lot of cancer patient, when they diagnose cancer, they don't bother to dress up. They hide themselves at home. Um, Actually, it's good that it helps you to heal, because I found the most powerful healer is you yourself. You can heal your body, and I keep telling myself that the lump is going to is going is going away, it's going away, and I keep imagine it and visualize as well, applying to my technique that I always go for my healing visualization class.
Mm,
I always visualize that it's gone. So yeah, so this is very powerful. Your
mm,
mindset, and I dress myself up, and I go and um, buy the fashionable scarf, hat from the Lazada. I having good time shopping away, and
right.
then so that my friends say, when they see me, they are happy as well, because they was expecting to see a very sick person, but
Mm.
then when they met up with me, they say like, "Oh my goodness, you look better than me. I think I look better than you."
I know. When I see you on social media, I'm like, oh my god, Jenny, you better dress up. Look at her. You look so gorgeous all the time, like all the time, yeah, right?
Yeah,
Every single photo of you, you basically look really cheerful and happy and so positive.
yeah,
What is really amazing, like you say, majority of people going through cancer cannot deal with it emotionally, and therefore, they just lost it. They just lost the spirit. I suppose it's tough, right? Yeah.
yeah. I mean, yeah. That's where you have to really stand up to fight for it, because your body knows it. If you don't fight, you want to give up. Of course, in the beginning, it's when during the treatment, and it's really really tough. With all the side effect kick in,
Mm.
and with my busy husband, who is like, it's not that he doesn't want to spend a lot of time with me. It's like he couldn't during that time. It's like really at the point where his career needed him the most. So that's where that sometimes I feel so sad that how come he's sometimes not there. So all this, I have to overcome it, and telling myself that it's going to over soon. This is going to be over, and I got so many people love me. I have
Mm,
my family with me, I have my friends, my student, I got so much love, and I keep thinking how grateful it is. At least I'm grateful that every day I wake up, I still can walk by myself. I
mm,
can still shower myself, things like that. So um, this treatment, the chemotherapy treatment, have the side effect. I also dealing with the side effect
mm,
after I was cancer free.
mm.
My arms couldn't lift up. I because of the what you call my lymph node was all these all blockages, many blockages at my lymph node, especially my upper body, my
Right,
chest area, and it
right.
goes through to all the way to my arms,
Mm,
and my arm muscle also damages, and they clump together,
right.
and I couldn't stretch my arm, I couldn't lift my arm, I can't even put on my clothes sometimes.
Yeah.
I can't scratch my back. I can't dance like before. I can't move my hand. I can't swing my arms. It's so painful, super painful. So this is the second effect that I have to deal with, and so I have to start go for. I went for like physio treatment. Physio
Mm,
treatment. I have to go for like Chinese medication doctor
wow.
to see whether they can help me on easing my muscle pain or my muscle, all this jumble up together, how to separate them, how to release the tension of the muscle. So during the MCO time, it's the time that we can't go out, we can't do much, I can't go for my physiotherapy. So I
Yeah.
did yoga stretching every day. I did on myself, So the stretching part is really, really painful. It's like it's so painful that when I lift up my arm, it's like I felt like crying because it's so painful, and nobody can imagine that. And yeah, but I just I just did it bit by bit. I just let the pain. I just have to do it, just tolerate it. And then after the MCO, I was totally recovered from all
Mm.
the side effects through
Wow.
the the exercise that I did on my own.
Right.
And also, of course, morning oxygen, fresh air, sun, and stretching. All this are really important. Like you can heal yourself, you
Right.
see, and with the help of all the vitamins. So yeah, so I will encourage people who are undergoing through all this healing journey that you have to stand firm and strong to help yourself, help your body to get better. You see, and your mindset. Yeah,
Right. Right. And what vitamins were you taking, Shirley?
I'm taking it's called the Doctor Ralph
Mhm.
Protocol vitamins. If those people who want to find out more, they can PM me. I can share the link and the contact of the doctor with you. Yeah.
Right. Right. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Good. I mean, um, yeah, I guess it's always cancer has become more common, yeah, than
Mm-hmm.
before, and it's like more and more women are prone to getting breast cancer. It's and some, sadly, some don't make it, some make it, but very, very, very seldom do I see somebody who has such a strong positive demeanor like you. And I think that's what's really important. Like you say, I totally agree. The mindset is important. Going out and getting that fresh air, thinking so positive, knowing that this is going to be over. Feeling grateful is something that I totally agree with it. And
Mm-hmm.
it's not just hard on you, isn't it? I mean, it's hard on your family, it's hard on your daughter, your husband, your siblings, and you've got what, 4, 5 siblings? I mean,
Yeah, I have it's six of us. I'm the
6 of
baby.
them,
Yeah,
and you're the
I'm the
youngest,
baby.
right?
I'm the youngest. Yeah.
Yeah, and you know family history of cancer, right? So what did your mom get breast cancer as well?
Yeah. My mom had breast cancer,
Hmm.
and also at the last stage, she got lung cancer. It spread to the lung.
Right.
Yeah,
And
yeah.
your,
The
what about
sorry,
your dad? What
my
about your
dad.
dad?
My dad he has bowel duct cancer,
Right,
so
right,
it's a
right.
very rare cancer as
Okay.
well. Yeah, yeah.
Mm. So,
So
and you're the first in your
yeah,
family to
that's
be
right.
that, and you're the youngest
Yeah,
child.
I'm the younger child, I'm the baby, so that you can imagine how shocked my brother and sister when they heard about that. So they are like, eh, I don't know how they imagine that. Yeah.
So what is your advice to family members like spouse and parents and siblings? Right? What is your advice to them? In terms of support, understanding what they should do. What would you say? What would you tell them?
Yeah, I think they should be very patient with the person who diagnosed cancer, and really have to show them lots of love and tell them not to worry. And also don't restrict them on their diet too much. It's like allow them to have a cheat day in a week. It's like sometimes during my treatment, I told my family, I said I want to eat McDonald's. I would just go ahead and eat it. And when I eat the McDonald's, I felt happy. That's very healing as well. When you feel that wow, you eat something that is so nice that you haven't enjoyed for a long time. Or you want to eat char kway teow, or you want to eat anything laksa, what? Just have one day cheat day, so it makes the person happier. So
Mm,
it will think more positively as well. And also encourage, go out then, go like a short holiday, go to like Genting, somewhere, Cameron Highland, like what I did with my student. And she took me to say, oh, let's get away, go to stay in Genting, and every day you just concentrate on breathing fresh air, and I will make a fresh bread for you. That's really adding on good value to my healing journey. So yeah, I mean, and then also make her laugh a lot,
mm,
make her watch a lot of comedian show, because laughter is the best medication as well. When
right,
you laugh, and it's really healing as well.
right,
Laugh, and try to say positive things to her all the time, like nothing is everything is going to be okay. Don't worry about, um, in terms of, we will always worry about financially, how we're going to pay for the medication fees and all that. And then they will tell you, say, my sister always, and my brother, and they say, oh, that's the last thing that you're going to worry. It's like, this is not a problem, so
right,
like,
right.
okay. So it feels like I got nothing to worry.
Okay.
So I just enjoy my healing journey, you
Mm,
see.
mm,
So I think the family should send a good vibe
right.
to the patient as well, all the time. Yeah.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Mm.
And what about dealing with children? The young ones. What about that? Like when you go through that, how do you interact, communicate, console, basically really communicate with the young ones? How do you
Yeah.
do?
So all right. Starting from my hair, that's very obvious that she realized that there's the biggest changes. So I will start showing her that bald hair is the new fashion now. So I will Google those artists with all the nice bald hair, like Chanel, the singer. What's the name? So she's looking at it, say, oh wow, that's quite cool, but that's botak still. I say, yeah, but the botak could be quite pretty. It's the latest fashion. It's quite cool to be that, to
Right,
look like this. And
right,
then look, we can do a lot of scarf. And so she will keep asking me, like, when is your hair going to grow,
mm,
because I have bald for like 3 months, about around there. And
right.
seriously, that 3 months is quite long. And then I was wondering, is my hair going to grow? I was quite panicked at one time. It's like 2 months already, and I stopped my chemo, and it's still not growing.
Mm.
So yeah, so I start putting coconut oil, things like that, and it start growing quite fast after that.
That is what the trick to use coconut oil.
Coconut oil, yeah, yeah.
Right. Okay.
And then yeah, so I and also she will follow me to the treatment, to Malacca for treatment, and
Mm.
she will see, I have needles on my hand, and she was quite scared all the time, and then she was I had to tell her that mommy is very brave, and this treatment is going to heal me. I'm going to recover very fast by doing this. Like, because she was kind of worried that I don't want you to go for the needle thing. She says it's really painful and scary. I don't want to look at it. So I say, yeah, that's why then you have to take good care of your body, your health. So I start educate her as well. So you
Right.
shouldn't eat so much sugar.
Right.
Yeah, cut down on your sugar. Otherwise, you're going to be like mommy. You have to go through all this. Yeah. So I sort of she followed me to the cancer patient area as well, and talked to a lot of cancer patient. And she at the same time she also brings some joy to the cancer patient. Talk to them. Yeah, she was quite a celebrity at the cancer healing center there as well. And the chef who is cooking for us organic food every day at the center is really loved her so much. um, and then I also learned like a lot of things from the chef that he will teach me how to cook for certain food, like for example thosai. I say, wow, your thosai is really good, or your ulam is so nice. And your sarawaksa is so good. All this, a lot of turmeric, is very healthy.
Right.
And yeah, from there we learn a lot from the center as well. It's quite fun, and there's a lot of organic farm around there, so we eat with all the fresh vegetables and herbs and fruits as well. Yeah.
Right. Right. And I
Mm.
also understand that they gave you a lot of ginger, isn't it? Part of
Yeah.
the treatment was to
Yeah.
drink
So
water.
yeah, ginger is really really good. In fact, like after I stopped my chemo and I drank the bentong ginger
Mm.
every day, because ginger has a very high antioxidant as well, and it's kind of it's very spicy, and cancer cell doesn't like spicy,
Mm.
and I boil it to drink every day, and like 300 grams. It's
Right.
really really spicy. Yeah, 300 grams every day, and I drank like from 4 bowls, and
Mm.
I cook it into two, like one bowl itself,
Right.
and it's really really concentrated. So I drank it practically like for 2 3 months, for 3 months, until
Really?
my yeah, by 3 months. During that time my lump is still there.
Mm.
um During May or June is still there, so I drank every day, and then by July, that time I hardly felt any lump there anymore, you
Mm.
see. So yeah, that's what one good stuff that I recover as well. So I did share with many friends,
Mm.
um, that they can try this formula. It's natural anyway, and it doesn't cost you so much. Yeah,
Right. So so turmeric is good, right? Ginger is good,
yeah,
and coconut, right? You say
yeah.
lots of coconut water as well, isn't it?
Lots of coconut water during your chemotherapy treatment.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
because that will help you to detox your body.
Right. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So, well, so you basically did a lot of self-reflection, a lot of meditation, a lot of yoga. Did you do a lot of that?
Yeah, I did. I did. Yeah, that's and also beside yoga, meditation, and I pray a lot as well.
Okay.
I pray a lot. I
Pray a
chant.
lot more, or were you always praying a lot even
This
before?
one more, even more, and I practice like oponopono, like ask for forgiveness. Have you heard about oponopono? It's really amazing as well. It's a Hawaii chant that it's a asking for forgiveness chant. Uh, I'm sorry. Please forgive me.
Okay.
Thank you. I love you. You know, this one as well. Yeah. So it's really powerful that I always imagine probably in my past life, I have done some hurt, something hurt, or you know, I made them upset. They come back and ask for this is the karma stuff. So I constantly ask for forgiveness. Say you know, so all this healing process is quite amazing. It's like I don't know how. It's like when I do something, it I heal very very fast.
Right.
Uh, each time I'm not feeling good or well. You know, I'm suffering from some pain and all that, and then I will pretend that I will put a cup of water
Mm.
and I will chant all the positive energy and also I listen to a lot of meditation, meditation, medication chanting as
Mm.
well. And my sister also sent me a couple of Indian chant that is supposed to like a very powerful health healing chant that
Right.
you will recover with this natural healing power from the diva, from the
Mm.
universe.
Mm.
So I always put a cup of water and will listen to the charm, and after I drink it, I will just pretend this is a superpower drinks that
Mm.
that after I drank this water, I'm going to be okay. I'm going to be very very good and strong, and I will heal very very fast. My cancer cell is gone, you know all that. So I keep having this mind, the
Mm.
thought in my mind. So that's why I did everything.
Right. It's amazing. I mean, if you look at your journey was you got diagnosed in January, February, and last year, and in July, you've already recovered and you've been in remission, isn't it, so far? Uh,
Mhm.
has it ever been thoughts about what if it came
Mhm.
back? What
Mhm.
if it
Yeah,
unexpectedly, stuff like that? Do you think about that?
yeah, of course I did. Every now and then, because especially like triple negative, that before that I have a few couple of friends who told me that the wife had triple negative breast cancer and it relapsed, and I met a few friends as well. They have breast cancer relapse as well, you know. So yeah, I just keep telling me myself that it shouldn't. I won't allow it to relapse. It
Mm,
shouldn't come back anymore. You
right.
know, I will I will keep practice what I did, like taking care of my health, eat properly, change my lifestyle, sleep early. Even I'm trying to tell my friend, my husband, say that you should sleep early. Before, like sleep like a Cinderella before 12, or during my treatment as well. I sleep so early, like 9:30 or 8:30. I go to bed as already.
Right.
So that's also a very powerful healing weapon. Give your body a lot of rest.
Mm,
Yeah.
right. Okay.
So I'm still very conscious. I have a little bit conscious mind. I keep reminding myself that
Mm,
I I have to keep myself well so
mm,
that it won't come back again. Yeah.
right.
Mm.
Right. Fantastic. Right. So, you know, one of the reason why I started this women's series, and I particularly name it "A Woman's Gotta Have It," like the
Mhm.
things that women should have to keep themselves strong and keep themselves healthy, going and whatnot. So, and I would that's why I use this word courageous. So it's like for you, it's just I look at you, I
Oh.
equate you to courage, like absolute courage, right? So what would be um, your last piece of advice to those who have just been diagnosed, those who are going through it? What would
Mhm.
you tell them that can give them that same courage that you had?
Um, Yeah, I would advise them that the first thing, don't be fear. That's the first thing that you got to conquer. Yeah, don't be fear and always listen to your body. Yeah, if your body say no, I don't like this, and listen to it,
Mm,
and always be mindful that if things that you took and you don't feel good,
mm,
and you can opt not to continue. Yeah,
mm,
so you should don't, like, because a lot of patients, they are so scared that this is the basic protocol, or this is the standard protocol that you had to go through, and you must do this, you must do that, you must do this, and that's what people advise you. But how about you yourself? What do you want? and
mm,
and what makes you feel better? So I feel that you should look around and what other better treatment you can have, instead
right.
of just the one way, or the highway. There
Mm,
are many ways now.
mm,
So don't be scared.
mm,
Try something new as well. Yeah, but of course, you have a good discussion with your doctor or your family,
right.
and what is their advice, and also, but the last, the final thing is your own decision, because what you resonate to any treatment that will heal you, and you
Mm,
feel good about it, you should go for it. Yeah.
mm, mm. Wow. Thank you. Thank you so much. I mean, thank you so much, Sherlyn, for sharing.
Thank
It,
you.
I like the way you say it, that you are enjoying your healing journey. And that statement alone already tells me that you've got such a positive mind, and that you decide, or you choose to look at that whole treatment as your healing journey. And the fact that you can say you're enjoying it, that is giving you that healing power, right?
Mhm.
Coupled, of course, the superfoods and looking after yourself, listening to your body, getting the love and support, getting that fresh air. I'm gonna go and do it. Fresh air, fresh air, free sun. Mom has been telling me, right? Go get the sun, morning sun, right? Do the stretching. Uh, and cut down on processed food. Sleep early, okay, guys, ladies,
Yeah,
gentlemen, the listening
sleep
in.
early. Yeah.
I think a lot of us tend to sleep late, because
Yes,
of the
that's very
work.
dangerous. Yeah.
Yeah. So I think the best time is to sleep before 12. So you
Yeah.
become the Cinderella, right?
Actually, yeah, the best time is like you should sleep before 10 o'clock.
Before 10. Oh my God. So okay. You have 1 hour, 1 hour to get ready for bed. Okay.
Yeah, I know. Yeah,
Yes,
and
yes.
then I miss the time during the recovering time. I felt like a queen, and so many friends, relatives to see me and make a point to come and see me. I really miss those times. It's a having party all the time. It's like, oh, I got to see who and who is coming. Even my friends who I haven't seen for 20 years, and suddenly they will call me up and say, can we come and see you? Things like that.
So
It's like
sweet.
so touching. It's like, oh my goodness. It's like I'm so happy. Like in that, that's really help to boost up my immune system as well, because once you are so happy, the immune system keep boosting as well, you see.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
So I want to thank, like, all of you who are
Mm,
always there during my journey, giving me so much love, especially my family. They are so awesome, and I
mm.
was so lucky to have all of them here.
You're so blessed, so blessed,
Yeah, I'm so blessed
That's
and grateful.
so
Yeah.
blessed. Yeah, yeah, that's really nice, and stay amazing, stay positive, and stay beautiful. And for those of you listening in, Sherlyn is also our HAPA Wow ambassador of courage. Yeah, so we she walks and talks courage. And if you want to talk about courage and bravery, this is what it is. Like, you face a challenge right in front of you without fear, but with enjoyment, with gratitude, and so much of positive energy. And that's the thing, right? I mean, I do, you know, I'm involved in training and I'm going to coaching because I think it's so important to have that positive energy, right?
Yeah.
Positive energy is like superfood. It's
Correct.
literally superfood, correct?
Yeah.
So you walk around with positive energy, you exude that, you embrace it, and you share it with people around you. You go to bed with positive energy, you wake up with positive energy. Your mind just has to be positive. There's no other way, right?
That's
And
right.
correct. And avoid negative social media, avoid negative people, avoid complaints, and hang around with people who loves you, hang around with people who adores you, and who would, you know, who wants to spend time with you because they really want to, you know. And I
That's
think
right.
all these contribute to anyone's healing journey, right?
That's right.
So
Yeah.
yeah, so, I mean, look at you. You're just really you're like the brand ambassador of courage, right? If there's
Oh my
any
goodness.
brands out there, babe, I tell you, any brands out there, brand guys, you're listening, and you want to create a new brand, you want to create a new brand for women about courage. You know, I think she's the one that you should look at. Yeah.
Oh, there are so many courage people out there as well, you know. So I told Jen, I said, Jen, there are so many wonderful and amazing people to share this session. And but anyway, thank you for giving me this chance to
Really. I
share.
mean, you know, we're very open to more stories, and you know, we will want this series to go on, right? I mean, what else does women have to have it in order to continue? But you know, even during this 1 hour session with you, I've learned. Well, I've learned a lot of new things, but at the same time, I think what you've done is, Sherlyn, you have given us awareness, right? You've
Mhm.
given us awareness about the importance of sleeping early, something that our parents, our moms have nagged at us and said, go to bed early, go to bed early. We don't listen.
Yeah, it's
So,
true.
yeah, so I think, you know, going to bed, ladies, if you're listening there, I know we need to have good skin, right? We want to look pretty. So, sleeping early is also very important. You can have the
Yeah,
best skincare in the world, but you don't
enough.
sleep early, you don't get your vitamins, you don't get your energy. So, I'm going to start sleeping early. I'm going to start drinking a lot of ginger, water.
Yeah,
I call my aunt and say, "Can you please buy me the Bentong ginger? I'm going to start drinking ginger water, uh, taking more food with turmeric, right? And
yeah.
what else? Getting my vitamin C sun, getting my oxygen, doing my
Enough,
stretching,
enough.
and um, and of course, looking beautiful, right? Looking beautiful. So those of you who want to be inspired of how to look beautiful, go to Sherlyn's social media and follow her because she will show you how to dress beautifully in the simplest way.
I'm
I
not.
mean, I look at you, I'm like, oh my god, I think I want to cut my hair. I want to cut my hair short like you know.
Yeah, it's really easy to manage when you have short hair. Yeah. Yeah, Jennifer, you are really amazing and helping so many women out here and voices for so many business industry as well for the men and now for the women. And it's really amazing that you work also non-stop around the clock and you are also an amazing mother. Oh my goodness.
You can. Yeah, so we need to. That's where we need that support, and we need to learn. I think what's important, right, Sherlyn, is that these kind of talks, like I said, first of all, it brings awareness to us. It gives us a lot of learning and a lot of support. Yeah, I think that's where we need most as women. We need that support, and to also know that we have to take care of ourselves, right?
Yeah,
So
true. Yes.
that is so important. Yeah.
Because
So
it's mm,
great. I mean, okay, we come to the end of the session. It's been really lovely catching up with you, Sherlyn, and I think we should, you know, any listeners out there, if you have any stories that you like us to share, you know, we would love to share as long as any stories out there that inspires someone else, right?
yeah,
And learn from each other. So those
yeah.
of you who want to follow Sherlyn, I think Sherlyn, what's your Instagram address? What's your Facebook address?
My Facebook is Sherlyn Koh Shum, and my IG is Sherlyn underscore Meta.
All right.
So I also have I used to teach as well, and I have a website. It's called Sherlyn Dance. And if you guys want to watch my dance, you can still can Google Sherlyn Belly Dance is still there. Yeah, but
Wow.
I'm not teaching anymore. It's
That's great. You know, you can actually check out Sherlyn on
yeah.
her Facebook and Instagram and all her website, yeah, and you know get more inspiration from her. Right. So thank you so much, everyone, for listening in. Thank you for joining us, Sherlyn and I, and we look forward to having you on our next show with more inspiring stories coming from other women. Thank you, and
Thank you, Jennifer.
okay.
Yeah, all the best to you as well.
Thanks,
Thank
Sherlyn.
you. Yeah.
Okay. Good night.
Good night.
Bye.